I'm going to share with you 6 important things that you never want to say in a job interview. It's going to help you immensely. Let's get you some serious money in a brand new career in 2021. You want to make sure you come on back. How's it going, Nez Nation? Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new to my channel, I'm Professor Nez, executive career coach for LinkedIn, personal branding coach, online business owner, and strategist and consultant. And in this channel, we help you earn more, grow faster, and stress less. So please consider subscribing because I'm bringing brain-busting content, helping you advance your career, start, grow, and scale your online business. Please consider subscribing, and we'd love it if you'd smash that smash button. Okay, let's get right into it. So I'm going to give you 6 of the things you never ever want to say in an interview. And I've got some other videos, an entire playlist on career advice on my YouTube channel. You want to make sure you go check that out. I'll leave links in the description down below. Number 1, the number 1 thing you never want to say in a job interview is, I'm a motivated self-starter. You'd be surprised how many candidates and clients I hear say that, wow, this is what I think I should say in an interview, and it's worked in the past. It worked in 1986. It's not going to work in 2021 or even beyond. Best case scenario, they're going to ask you to elaborate on that because it's just a kind of meaningless phrase. And the worst case scenario is they'll be so annoyed that they'll just move on, and there's this awkward silence. Don't use the term, I'm a motivated self-starter. That doesn't help you at all. Number 2, don't ever say this in an interview. In 5 years, I hope to be in your position. Sorry, I had to laugh. Your potential supervisor or boss is not going to be flattered by that answer. They're just going to find it lazy and lacking any depth. So don't ever say that. You might think to yourself, well, this will impress them because, they want go-getters and they want people who have energy and they're ambitious. They just want somebody who's honest and who's willing to work hard and who understands that we're living in times where everything's changing. And so, again, I've got other videos. I'll leave some links in the description that'll go more in depth on how you can master the interview, master job search, and a whole lot more. Make sure you check out those links in the description down below. Number 3, don't ever say this in an interview. I didn't like my previous supervisor. Nobody wants to hear you badmouth or talk, deride your old employer. It just looks bad on you. It's unprofessional. You don't ever, no matter how toxic, no matter how bad your boss was at your former employment, nobody wants to hear about it. And it says more about you than it does about them. Some people think that this is a good answer or good response to why did you leave your last job. It's not. Don't say I didn't like my old boss. That doesn't work. If you were let go or if you were fired, just explain to them. Just be honest with them. Explain the situation without assigning any derogatory comments or blame or shame on any of your former employers, because that just doesn't look good for you. So just tell them that what you maybe would have done differently, having learned from that. Hiring managers and employers appreciate people who own up to mistakes, who own up to the fact that they don't know everything, and that they're always trying to improve themselves. That's big. Number 4 thing you never want to say in a job interview is, my biggest weakness is that I'm a perfectionist. No, that's not good. Nobody is perfect, okay? Saying that your biggest weakness is a perfectionist is basically saying that you're too weak to really talk about your weaknesses. Leadership, advancing your career, being somebody who can earn the right kind of compensation to have a department, a division underneath them. Those kinds of leaders are the reason. What makes them leaders is they can admit that they don't know everything and that they like to learn and they like to engage in a culture where collaboration is promoted and even, a top priority. So don't ever say that your biggest weakness is that I'm a perfectionist. It really comes down to this, being honest. You're seeing a trend here in this video. Be honest about what you need to work on, right? And just give some examples. And then just discuss your plan on how you plan on getting better and how you plan on working on that. Again, continuous improvement is a huge part of really demonstrating that you're the ideal candidate. Continuous improvement and showing that eternal learning mindset. I know it sounds like a big word. It's really not. It just means that you're not resting on your laurels. You're not being complacent. You always want to get better. That's what hiring managers, that's what employers want to see. That's going to get you the job. Number 5, don't ever say this in a job interview. Can you tell me more about the company? No, I can't. You might find this hugely surprising, but I even have clients who are professionals, executives, who've actually asked this in an interview thinking that this is a thoughtful question. It's not. You're supposed to know more about the company than the person who's hiring you. You're supposed to do your own due diligence and your own research. So if you say, can you tell me more about the company? It just sends a very explicit message. You didn't do your homework, you don't care, and you're not thorough. Don't ever say that. Doesn't work, doesn't help. Number 6. The number 6 thing you never want to say in an interview is, what are your benefits and vacation time and perks look like? Don't ever say that, especially in a first interview. Obviously, you don't want to take on a job unless, if you don't know what the benefits are, what the pay is, of course. But you don't want to bring that up early in the interview process because it'll only make your employer and the hiring manager question your true intentions. Now, of course, making more money is one of the biggest reasons why people are looking for a job or changing jobs or transitioning into a career. But remember, the first interview is really meant to determine whether you should continue to be in the running for the position. So the pay and benefits and all those kinds of things should come more second, third, fourth, even fifth round of interviewing when you've already proven that you've made it that far and that they're going to take, your salary offer more seriously because you're in the running. So you don't want to really mention or even ask anything about pay, compensation, or benefits or anything like that in the first interview. Don't ever say that. Okay, just to summarize really, really quickly, I want to go through each one of these one by one. Number 1, don't ever say I'm a motivated self-starter. Lazy, weak, not a good one. Number 2, don't ever say in 5 years I hope to be in your position. That doesn't show them anything other than wait a minute, are you after my job? It doesn't flatter the person interviewing you. Number 3, don't say I didn't like my former employer or my former boss. That deriding and saying bad things about other people never helps. Number 4, don't ever say my biggest weakness is that I'm a perfectionist. That doesn't help. That's your weakness. Your weakness is you know how to communicate your weaknesses. Number 5, don't ever say, can you tell me more about the company? Do your homework, do your due diligence, do your own research. It's so easy now. Just go online. Never ever say that. Number 6, last but not least, don't bring up benefits. Don't bring up pay. Don't bring up special perks or what have you in the first interview. Save that for the second, third, or even last interview. If you stay away from these 6 things, I promise you it's going to help your chances to get a new job in 2021. And it's going to put you at the top of the list of other candidates, and you're going to accrue a position that you deserve and one that's going to give you fulfillment. I hope you got a ton of value from this video. Please consider subscribing because I'm bringing you brain-busting content week in, week out about career advancement, personal branding, making extra money, best jobs, job search, how to start, grow, and scale your very own online business. Please make sure you subscribe down below, and please leave a comment if you have any questions, if you have any comments, concerns, if you're like, hey Nez, what about this one right here? Should I say this in an interview? I don't know if you know this or not, but I respond to all the comments personally. So please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much. Go check out these other videos because these other videos are going to complement this video immensely. I'll see you over there.